Okay, now what we will do, we will see some of the new features of JDK. As of now, we have not discussed anything. So one feature is like, first we will see the enums.
Okay.
So let me delete it. Let me create a new project. So first we will see so enums. Enums means what is the use and how we are going to use. Okay. Okay. So say for instance, I want to write a method public void get person details. Okay, get person details. So this is the method I want to write. Okay, so as part of this person details, I want to retrieve integer age, comma integer name, comma string gender.
Okay.
So after that, I want to print all those things. Age plus name. Sorry, here name I'll give as a string. Name plus name plus gender. Okay, so this is the method. Now I want to call this method. I want to call this method from my main method.
Okay.
Static. So how to call this method? This is a static method. So I can able to call directly, right?
Yeah.
Get person details. Now I need to pass the first age. After that name. Name is ABC. After that I want to pass gender. Gender I need to pass male.
Okay.
Okay, now I have to print it. So far it is good, right?
Yeah.
Toll ABC. Suppose user have an flexibility to send a gender as anything. He can send right string, right?
Yeah.
But
String anything.
does it is a valid gender?
No.
No, we are not expecting this one. We are expecting only either male or female.
Email.
We are not expecting apart from these two string. We are not expecting any other values. But user
Right.
it we are defining as a string, but he can send anything. So how to define uh, a valid or possible constants. So I'm expecting only gender as a male or female, but they are sending XYZ or whatever some junk characters.
Right.
So but this program is not failing, program is allowing. So
Yes.
this is wrong, right?
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
So
It's wrong.
so to define a predefined constants as an as a data type, predefined constants as a data type, so we have to go for enums. So enum is introduced in JDK 1.5. So basically enum is a keyword.
Okay.
So how to create enum? It is similar how you are creating a class. Right click, you'll go for, see, did you see there enum? Just
Email.
click here, give here gender. Okay, it is not a. So this feature was introduced in JDK 1.5. Now currently I think we are using 1.4, so we have to increase our JDK version to 1.5, then only Enum will support, otherwise you will not see Enum feature. So
So
this feature,
how I can go JDK features? Just right click.
yeah, right click, properties,
Yep.
JDK compiler, just
Build up.
check
And
that checkbox and select the JDK, sorry, uncheck that one and select the JDK whatever you want.
okay, yeah, got it.
So if you select 1.5, your program will be compiled with JDK 1.5. In JDK
Right.
1.5, enum is a keyword like integer, int,
Right.
static. These are keywords, right? So
Yeah.
here enum is a keyword, enum. Okay. So keyword should not be part of your packages or class names, right? See, I used enum as a package name.
Yeah.
So what it's telling? It is telling an error.
Comparison.
Enum is not an identifier because this is a keyword in JDK 1.5.
So I don't need to define anything else.
So
Just
I should not use enum as a my variable name or package name.
right.
I have to use something. Now
Yeah.
it will accept. Enum is a keyword basically. Like, right, public is a keyword, right? Static is a keyword.
Yeah.
Void is a keyword.
Right.
Similar way, enum is a keyword.
Yeah.
So I had to change my package name. So now the package name I change. Now I want to declare a constants called male, comma, female. So these are the two constants I declared.
Right.
So, so this is the enum I created. Okay. So enum is a keyword. You can remove this public. Enum is a keyword. After that, you have to give your own enum name. After that, you have to declare the two constants, male and female.
Mm.
Okay. Now, this is we are treating as a data type. Enum, gender is a data type. You can give anything, gender type. So if you give gender type, then you have to modify your file name also to gender type. So I will tell you how to use it. What is the purpose? Okay. Now your enum is ready, and this enum will of type of two constants values. One is male and female. So how to use it? Now you have defined one data type called gender type. So now go back to your program. So now instead of mentioning here string, right, mention gender type and import it. Okay. So now your method is ready. Okay. So now you have changed one of the argument data type to gender type. Okay.
Then,
So now we have to pass the values. So how to pass the values? What are the possible values? So that one is gender type dot. You have to pass either male or female. Now what you are passing? Female.
no.
Now print it and we will see what results you will get it. So what you are getting? Female.
Then,
So let's suppose if you want to pass as a male, then what you have to do? You have to select male.
yeah.
Okay, now let me print it. So you are getting male. So let's suppose if you want to pass some junk value, what will happen? I am passing male. Does it allowing?
No.
No, you have to pass only gender type dot whatever possible values is there. You have to select any one of that. That's all. Possible values are female or male.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the way to create your own constants.
Right.
So coming back to the enum. So inside the enum there is a two fields I created. So these two fields are, it's a kind of static fields. So just enum type dot, you can able to access directly, so no need to create any object.
All right.
So enum name dot, you can able to access the field names.
All right.
So this is the advantage of enum. So you can able to define your own constants. So whenever if you want to restrict the input type to specified fields, then you can create a enum and you can declare the enum constants. So these are we used to call it as a constants.
Right.
Okay. Say for instance, if they select male, if you want to pass for male, if you want to give some different name or different value, so then we have to declare a constant. So this is also will behave like a class. For class also we have some default constructor, right?
Yeah.
So here you can say string name, and here can declare string name, and here also we have to pass male means what is the meaning, male, and female means female, female. Sorry, this should be female. Okay, now coming back to n n equal to name. Now there is a method called toString. So just override it, and as part of toString you can return the name. So now why I'm telling, say for instance, if you want to create a calendar, January, February, March.
Okay.
Okay, here you can create another calendar, enum calendar. So this is one constants I defined. So for I want to create John. So John, for January, how many days? So they have to, I'm expecting month should they have to pass the Jan, Feb or March. You can able to declare these constants, right? So whenever you're expecting month as an input, so then define your own enum type and define your own constants,
Okay.
so that you can able to restrict the user. They have to send a specific fields. So this is another example I am telling.
Okay.
Okay, now coming back to the previous example. So what is the purpose of this male, female? So let's suppose user selected this value, and if you want to convert that value to different value, then you can write like this. So let me go here and let me print here. We will see the difference. Did you see there? User selected what user selected female, right?
Yeah.
But what you are getting?
Small.
FEMALE, small case. So that is the advantage. So here whatever value you are defining, that you will get it. So if this is if at all if you want to convert for user will see this value and you will see,
This one.
you got it right, the difference.
Yeah.
So user will see capital female and you are seeing small female.
Yeah.
So this is the another advantage. So I will give you another example. Let's suppose, say for instance, for January how many days? 30 days. For February I'm considering leap year, so I'm considering 27 days. For March 31 days. Just I'm giving.
Okay.
So they will select January, February, and you will get days. So
Yeah.
for that purpose, I had to create constructor and int days. I had to declare.
So how do you did you press any key button that private calendar is come just?
Yeah, this one, right?
Yeah.
Control space bar.
Okay.
Say for instance, it is not there. Control space bar. See, did you see the shortcut? Press control space.
If I press control space, but so everything will come. Everything means what are the method?
Everything will come. What are the methods available in this class or enum or method? It will come. Whatever methods is possible, it will come. Then you can select.
Okay.
You can select. That's all. Control spacebar, calendar. Yes, select it. Make this one as a public. Okay, now write what is the data type of this one for each constant integer. So I had to declare here integer day, and now I had to assign d equal to day. Done. Okay, now this is fine, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now go back to uh, toString method. Control spacebar, toString. Then you have to return the day, d dot. So this one you can declare as a string, or else you can convert this as a integer. Anyone is fine. Integer. Okay, so it is good, right? So I have written a method and it will return the days. So now go back to the calendar. Let me include a calendar also as an input for this method. Okay,
Okay.
so calendar also input. So they have to pass another argument of calendar type dot. So what are the possible values? January,
January.
February, March. Say for instance they selected February. So then now you have to print the February days.
Yeah.
Then you have to cal dot. Where is that method?
And the D.
Day. Now run it and we will see what we will get. For February, how many days?
27.
27 days. User is selecting February and you are getting 27. So
Yes.
this is the way we can able to create our own constants, and so that we can able to restrict the user not passing the some different values.
So here actually we are giving all the constant values. So if
Correct.
we want to get some more, actually more means what? A flexible data value, suppose it may come, suppose I select anything to just month, then it can randomly select January, February, or March. It is more advanced.
So now what you are telling? Uh, can you please repeat again your question?
Okay, suppose we suppose calendar. In
Mm,
calendar, actually, we are passing the only selected fixed values, suppose February or
correct.
March.
Yes.
Suppose if you are connected with the database, so then what happens?
That constants you have to predefine here. This is predefined constants from not from the database.
Database. Okay. Is
Yes.
it possible to connect the database with the enum?
You can able to connect. So here, right, if at all, if you want to connect with the database, you can able to connect here. Here you can write your own logic. So here you can connect database or you can write whatever you want. So whenever you are trying to access one field, calendar dot January,
Yeah.
right? So then the constructor will be executed. So then you can connect to it to database, and you can, if you want to do something, you can able to connect and you can able to get the records.
Okay. Yeah.
But these
Got
constants are fixed.
constant fix. Yes.
So whatever constants you are trying to access, corresponding value will be assigned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this enums was introduced in JDK 1.5. In 1.5,
1.5 is the oldest one or the latest one?
1.8 is the latest version.
It is, yeah, 108. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
1.5 is a little bit old version, but this is a very famous one.
Ah, okay.
So enum, most useful one.
Okay.
For enum also, the class will be generated. If you see the bin class, right?
Yeah.
So calendar class, enum demo, gender type.
Right.
So but we are not able to create an object for enum, so that is one difference. Okay.
Oh, yeah, got
Okay.
it.
Now go back to some other feature called generic. Okay, this is a simple class, and there is a another feature called generic. So what is the generic? So this generics also was introduced in JDK 1.5. So now what I want to do, I want to create a list.
Okay.
So this is the way to create an object for array list, right?
Yeah.
Okay, after creating the array list object, I need, if I want to add element, list dot add.
Right.
So as part of add, I can pass anything, right? I can able to pass string, integer, float, double, anything it will take. Why? Because argument type is object. So object is superclass of everything, right?
Mhm.
So I can pass string, integer, number, float, double, anything. Let me type. So I can able to pass string, it is taking, and let me type. So I can able to pass single char, I can able to pass number, I can able to pass float. So basically it is taking all data type, right?
Yeah.
So basically I want to restrict, you have to add only string. So how can I restrict? So how can I restrict? So let's suppose, see here we need to add what type you want to pass, string, and make it as a string.
So it will allow only string. If it is given integer, it will be fail.
It will yes. So see now first one string, right?
Yeah.
It is allowing. Second one also
String.
string, and third one is integer.
Integer.
Fourth one also integer.
Yeah.
Now let me add char, list dot add. So does it taking char int double?
No.
So it will take only string.
String.
So like that you can define whatever data type you want. So it will take only such kind of data type. So say for instance you created a class A, student class, and now if at all if you want to add only student type, so create another list too, and you have to define here type A, then it will allow only of student objects.
All right.
It will not allow any other objects. So then you can able to create an object for new student A, then it will allow. So this is object, right?
Yeah.
So now let me add string. Does it taking string now?
No.
So this is the way to restrict array list to a particular data type.
Okay.
So you got it right?
Yeah.
So this was introduced in JDK 1.5. This one we used to call as a generic.
So generic exact meaning would be the what?
Generic exact meaning is right. Let's suppose when you are defining your collection data type, if you want to restrict to a particular data type usage, then you can use the generic. This is the collections, right? Collection. So collection will take any number, any type of data into the collections, but now we are restricting to a particular data type.
Okay.
So this is one advantage. And the second advantage, right, say for instance, now you, if there is no generic, so for instance, let me copy, and remove this generic. Say for instance, we don't have generics, so then I can able to add anything, right? So I can able to add what is this, yeah, I can able to add Q class object, string, or anything. So let's suppose when I'm trying to iterate this for loop, list 2. Okay, now I'm trying to iterate this for loop. After that, I want to print the object. I want to get the object, list 2 dot get. So what I had to pass? I had to pass the index, right?
Yeah.
So after that, what I had to do, what are the elements I am getting? I'm assuming all elements are of A type. So then I had to create A OB equal to new A. So what it is telling, cannot convert from object to A. So I need to downcast it to student object. Right? Did you see there?
Yeah.
So now let me close all other stuff. Okay, list 2 equal to array list. Now, so there is a new class and I'm adding class A type and string. I'm assuming all the elements, whatever it is there inside the list 2 of class A type. Just
Yeah.
I'm assuming. But there are some scenarios it is having string also, right? String is there and A type also is there. Now when I'm trying to retrieve all the elements, let me see what will happen. See, you are getting class string cannot be casted to generic A. Why? Because so when I'm reading the element one by one, first I will get this A, and second, third, and fourth element is string, right?
String.
So string I am trying to convert to A type. So
Okay.
it's invalid, right?
Yeah.
So that's what we are getting, class cast exception. Both are different classes.
Yeah.
So if at all, if you are not using generic, so this kind of exception might come. So they will add different data type, and finally you will end up with issues.
Yeah.
So if you use generics, what will happen here? Let me add a. Let me add a. So then the user is not able to add other data type.
Yes.
So then it will not allow. Then compile it, remove it, and here you can remove it. No need to do any type casting. So here no need to add that a and all. It is optional. It is not required. Now go back and run it. So program will run successfully. So this is an advantage.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the one of the JDK, a second feature. And now go back to, so let me create another. Okay. So say for instance, if I'm using 1.4 for a second, let me go back to 1.4. So just for 1 second, I'm using 1.4. So first I'm trying to declare a variable integer age equal to 10. After that, I am printing the age. So now you are getting age, right? So integer is a primitive type. This is a primitive, we used to call it as a primitive type. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in JDK, 1.5, so they have introduced a class called wrapper class, integer. So right now we are using JDK 1.4.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are assigning int age equal to 10. So in JDK 1.5, one second, integer I equal to age. Okay, so this integer is a class. It is a class and it is available in
Integer.
java.lang.integer. So let's suppose if you want to convert this primitive data type to a wrapper class in 1.4, what you have to do? New integer, you have to pass age. So after that, you are passing a primitive data type and you are converting into to a object, right?
Yes.
So here you are doing an extra step. You are creating an object and you are passing the value, and you are finally you are converting into object. So this is in age integer. Let me write integer and in. Okay, now let me run it and we'll see the results. Both are having same values, right?
Yeah.
So what is the difference between this age and this age in? So the difference is this is an object, right?
Yeah.
But this is not an object. This is a primitive data type,
Mm.
and this is a wrapper class. This one we used to call as a wrapper class. So whenever we are converting primitive data type to wrapper class, we have to create an object. Then we have to assign it, right?
Yeah.
So this is happening in JDK 1.4. Say for instance, now I am trying to use, if I don't want to convert that age into object, if I want to assign directly, does it allowing? Can I assign directly wrapper primitive data type to wrapper class? I'm not able to assign, right, directly. You got it right, this one. So primitive data type I'm not able to assign directly to wrapper class.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the extra step what I had to do, I had to create an object, then I can able to assign it. So
Yeah.
this is happening in JDK 1.4. Okay, this is clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now go for JDK 1.5. Now I'm using 1.5. So let check box 1.5, apply, click OK. Now let me go back. So now what I want to do, integer. So this is a variable. So now I'm assigning directly. See, in JDK 1.5, so can I able to assign directly?
Yes.
So no need to create any new object.
Yeah.
So this is called as a boxing. So here we are not creating any object. Directly I'm assigning primitive data type to wrapper class, integer wrapper class. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So this one we used to call it as a boxing. Converting primitive data type to wrapper data type is called as a boxing. Okay. Now what I want to do, I want to convert integer my age equal to age. Okay, this one. So I'm assigning wrapper class to primitive data type.
Yes.
So this one we used to call it as unboxing.
Okay.
That one is a boxing. This one we are converting wrapper class to primitive data type.
Yeah.
So this is called boxing and unboxing. The similar way we have different wrapper classes like integer, float, double, long. So these are different wrapper classes.
Right.
like we have, right, like a double. This is one primitive data type. The similar way we have double d equal to a. So for every primitive data type, we have corresponding wrapper classes are available.
Yep.
This is clear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now go to another example. Okay. System out random colon. So there is a another example available. Another new feature is available in JDK 5 is, let me, I don't want to tell you this one. I want to give annotation example. So annotation demo. Okay, finish it. So whenever we are overriding, right? So we used to override hash code and equals method, right? So many times,
Yeah.
right? Hash code equals method to string method. So what I'm doing, control space bar, then it will display all the possible
Method.
methods, right? So say
Yeah.
for instance, I selected to string method. So did you see there override?
Yeah.
So what is called is annotation. Annotation, what it will give, it will give you a meta information to the user.
Okay.
So it will give you information to the user. So what it mean? What is the advantage of this? I mean annotation. It will give to a user. It is overridden from the previous class, from the super class. See, this is just an information. There is no use of this one. It will give just an information. It will not do any business logic. By seeing the override annotation, then you can assume, so this method is part of the super class. So you got it, right? So this toString method, we are overriding from the object class.
Yeah.
So basically toString is not part of your class. Basically it is from super class.
Yeah.
By seeing you this kind of annotation, it's kind of help. So this
Yeah.
one we used to call as annotation, and it is available in only in JDK 1.5. Okay, and let me go back to some other example. Go to hash code. So I have overridden the hash code method, and did you see there override?
Yeah.
Means it is part of previous class, not part of this class.
Okay.
And this method, do you see any override here for this method? For main method, did you see any override?
No.
No. Why? Because this is not part of previous class. This is part of your class.
Yes.
So that's what you will not see any override. Okay. And
Yeah.
now go back to equals method. So DC for equals method is part of object class. So all these methods are part of object class. So that's what they are coming to your class. So that's what you will see, this override keyword, override keyword. Okay.
Yes.
So this is the one new feature they added in JDK 1.5.
So actually, in every JDK, they added some new features.
Correct. Yes. Yes.
So how can I actually see? Can you go to the Java? You know. Where else? So is it mandatory that first I have to go always look around which new feature is coming, how to use it?
Yeah, that is the new features means they are introducing new features. That is up to you. If at all, if you want to use the new features, you have to read it and you can understand, you can utilize it. So that will give some more benefits. Like I
Okay,
told you in the previous example, so I can able to assign directly primitive value to the wrapper class. If at all, if you want to do this step with 1.4, you have to do this like this. You have to create extra step.
okay,
So it's one of the usage, it's one of the flexibility, right?
right,
So you can use it. So
right.
you no need to do any extra rm do. I'm creating here new integer age something. I am not creating anything, right? So this is one of the advantage. And if you go for enums, right, so we can able to predefine constants.
Right,
So these are the new features. So if you want to use it, you have to read the documentation and you have to understand. They'll give some sample examples, then you can use it.
okay.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And tomorrow we will see some other JDK8 features.
Tomorrow, actually, oh,
uh,
my sister is coming from
uh,
Bangladesh.
okay.
Actually, these 2 days, Thursday and the Friday, actually, I have
Yes,
to
yes, you
miss.
already sent message. That's fine. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, so next Monday will be okay.
Yeah, your
So,
Monday night. Yeah,
yeah, so we will be starting in, another something new,
yeah, we
just
will
like,
start. There is one more JDK5 feature. After that, JDK8 features.
okay.
After that,
And
there
then
is one. After that, there is one topic left, like cloning.
cloning, yeah.
Yeah, that is the last one.
And you
Okay.
told me that JDBC connection.
Yes, yes.
Is,
JDBC also I will tell. Yes, I forgot. I will take that. Will not take more time. Maximum some 1 hour.
okay.
Yeah.
So what
Okay.
I'm doing now,
Uh huh.
actually, based on your class,
Mm-hmm.
suppose I start threading. After that class, actually, suppose I'm taking one lectures, and based on the lecture, I'm going in details, and then I'm making some
Okay.
problem issues from here else. Then actually, we'll fix the timing because I'll talk to Sudip so that we can fix again.
Yeah, yeah,
So
that's fine. Yeah, yeah. No
yeah,
issue.
within this week I will finish. Then we can. I'll talk to you again in the next level. Okay.
Yes, fine. No issue. No issue.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, fine. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Yeah.